Hello, hello. My name is Sarah Flack, owner of Sarah Flack Law here in Atlanta, Georgia, aka The Golden Lawyer. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Sarah Flack, The Golden Lawyer. I'm so excited to be here just to share a few little snippets about my law firm. I am a solo practitioner. I was at a big billboard law firm for a couple years learning personal injury, have been a lawyer for 10 years and just love what I do. Truly, it was always something that I'd wanted to do. I love the ability to be able to connect with my clients and know them, know their families, know their stories. And that having a smaller practice allows me to do that. I don't just take on every case. So my days are not busy, turning cases. I'm able to really meet with my clients for lunch, go visit them at their homes, celebrate holidays, birthdays, wins, losses with them. And that's really what inspired me to do it. Is I really love connection and I really love getting to know my clients. Well, we handle personal injury, so civil cases such as motor vehicle accidents, slip and falls, negligent security, shooting cases, and even some products liability cases. We've got a case right now where our client was burned very severely by a portable battery charger on her phone. We're handling that and going after the manufacturer. So really, anytime there's an injury, we'll look at it. Now, I know to stay in my lane if there's a case that I can't handle. I love to partner with great lawyers such as Trial Lawyers for Justice. Joseph Wilson is one of my go-tos. In fact, we've got a big case together now. And so I just love being able to partner with other great attorneys that may have a little more experience in certain areas and collaborating because I think that's truly the best of all worlds. Well, truly, that has been one of the most kind of complicated things for me to learn is balance. One thing that I've really put into practice is time blocking my calendar. So I know at the beginning of the month or each quarter, I kind of set goals of my business goals and my, legal case goals. And then I try to really time block my days and my weeks so that I'm spending enough time on my cases, on my litigation cases, on my pre-lit cases, and also on networking and meeting with providers and doctors and meeting with clients. And so I really try to time block my weeks just to keep everything kind of in check and keep myself accountable too, which is super, super important. I've had a few. I do criminal defense as well, so I do very serious felony cases. I've represented somebody that was on death row during the last appeal stage and unfortunately had to witness their execution. That was probably obviously the most challenging case just for obvious reasons. Being there in your client's last moments is something that you will never forget, but also being able to be that person that's there for them in those last minutes has its just rewarding elements of knowing that we're going to fight for you no matter what. And that's what we did in the last weeks and months of his life and day. We fought until we couldn't fight anymore with the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, and being there to give him a hug and to, be there as we told him we would when we took his case. So obviously that's the most challenging case I've had. Another challenging case that I have, I'm currently still representing my client on. He was wrongfully charged with a bunch of police charges, aggravated assault against officers. They brutally beat my client, tased him, charged him with 29 counts. I was able to get all of those criminal charges dismissed after 2 years of fighting. And then now we have sued that police department for excessive force, police brutality for what they did to him. He's got, very extensive lifelong injuries, obviously very serious mental injuries as a result of what happened, traumatic brain injury and all of these things. And so knowing that client, I consider him like family. He is just a wonderful person, a wonderful restaurant owner, a wonderful business person, a wonderful father, just all around a great guy. And it's my greatest honor to represent him. It's now going on 5 years. Actually, this will be the 6th year of knowing him and representing him. And I will not stop until we get him justice. So those are probably my 2 most challenging cases. So as a solo practitioner, I would say one of the biggest advantages, I think, is that you really do get to bond and connect with your clients in a way that you can't as if you work in a larger firm. And it's just because the business model is different. As a solo practitioner, I am very limited on the cases I take, and I do that intentionally so that I can really know and understand who my client is, knowing their story. Humanity is just so important and just fascinating to me, people's walks of lives and their stories. And so that's probably the biggest advantage of having a solo practice or a small practice versus working at a larger law firm is the ability to really know and understand your clients. You're able to pick up the phone and talk to them more. On the weekends, if somebody has an emergency, they have my cell phone number and you can call me, and I tell them, call me, because it's super important for me at my firm. Customer service, the client relationship, I want them to feel like more than a number. And so that definitely, I think, is one of the biggest advantages. What advice I would give is that be prepared to know this is a 24-hour day job. So it's not going to be a 9 to 5. It's going to be a lot more challenging in many ways because you're going to have to wear many hats: the lawyer hat, the pre-litigator hat, the litigator hat, the marketing hat, the finances hat, the customer service hat, the intake hat, all of the different hats. So you've got to be able to juggle. You've got to be able to multitask. You've got to be able to always have lists. I always have my handy dandy little book with me that I'm constantly writing things down, or in my notes on my phone. If it's 2 a.m. and I'm up, I'll write stuff. So you just have to be really able to pivot, able to multitask, and able to kind of take on a lot at one time and know to prioritize sort of fires and emergencies and the most important things at once. And so that's what I would say is probably the most important advice. And then the other thing I would say is believe in yourself. You can do it. One thing I've learned recently is that the most successful people in life are not the smartest people, okay? Yeah, you got to have talent. You got to be smart, of course. But if you're a lawyer, you're already there. You're in like the small population of the world that are lawyers and that we're able to make it through. So you're already smart. But it's not about just being smart. It's about being a great business owner, being able to take on many things, and being able to learn and grow. If you don't know something, figure it out. I think that's the biggest thing I'd say is don't be scared to ask questions. Don't be scared to learn. Don't be scared to make mistakes, and really just enjoy the process, because I'm learning it really is about the journey. So that's all I would have to say. Again, my name is Sarah Flack, owner of the Sarah Flack Law Firm here in Atlanta. Please, if you would like to add me on Instagram, I'd love it. I love to be on social media. Sarah Flack, the Golden Lawyer, also on TikTok. Personal injury, serious felony defense cases, car accidents, slip and falls, shooting cases, anything. Just give me a call, 404-999-GOLD. Thank you.